right, thank you for staying with us. Let's spotlight now this bold and innovative campaign by the Eswatini Revenue Service, the Bafundzise door-to-door campaign, which of course is educational, very, very educational. And it's a service that all the people at home are appreciating because it's changing how businesses engage with tax compliance. Joining us in studio, our ERS experts, who you know them by now, who are going to take us through the dynamics of Bafundzise. What is the coverage so far? How has the reception been? And what more can you expect from such an initiative? Director of Communications and Marketing, Ndobeko Dlamini at the far end, as well as who is the Manager of Taxpayer Education and Information. Welcome to the both of you. Let me start with you. Interest of time, pardon me, I'm rushing.
It's okay.
Let's start with the basics. For someone who's hearing about the Bafundzise campaign for the first time today, why now?
Okay, good afternoon to you, Mguni, and to our viewers at home as well.
Right.
It's always a pleasure for us to be with you in this program.
Yeah.
So today we're talking everything Bafundzise campaign. As you've already alluded, it is an educational campaign. It's an ERS nationwide campaign. So we are going door to door, educating our clients, empowering them on everything tax compliance and enabling them with all the introductions of latest technologies and workflows. So it is an intentional door-to-door campaign where we are going to their shops, to their doors, and educating them on tax. So we are covering a number of subjects, including customs compliance. If you have any questions on customs, you want to export your goods or importing, Bafundzise is there to understand, number one, your dynamics of operations so that we can then enhance or help you on how to go about. We're also covering the fundamental of income tax, presumptive tax. Recently we introduced this tax regime where it is targeted to SMEs, especially who are earning or who are making less revenue. So we are covering presumptive. We're also going as far as covering VAT. All the dynamics, how to calculate VAT, how much should you charge on VAT, or on what goods should you be charging VAT, as well as your pay as you earn. And of course, we're not limited to those topics or subjects. We are also just covering overall tax compliance queries or problems that our clients might be raising as we are visiting them. So we are just visiting them door to door and educating them on tax matters.
It's a refreshing approach indeed. And you know, Ndobeko, we know the going notion of the day from most people in Eswatini and people from outside of Eswatini. They like to say Eswatini is a small country. But yet, when we look at it from a micro level, even a macro level, you want to understand we have 4 regions and a couple of towns. You can imagine how many businesses there are. Where has the campaign been so far and how many businesses have you reached?
Thank you, Sfiso, and a very good afternoon to you and our viewers at home. So the campaign is ongoing, and we've actually covered quite a bit of ground with the campaign. Since launching in March, we have actually interacted with 4,850 clients across a variety of towns. And the towns that we've actually tapped into so far is Manzini. We started in Manzini. We moved up into Matsapa, Mbabane, came back down to Eswatini. And then we went to Nhlangano and Stegi. And an interesting thing that we've noticed or we've identified is each of the towns have their own profile when it comes to voluntary compliance. For instance, with Manzini, we've engaged about 1,700 clients, and there we're seeing about a 70% compliance rate from a TIN registration perspective. When we go into Matsapa, we saw that increase to about 88%. And then, and interestingly enough, in Eswatini, that's the one town that is the most tax compliant. With all the businesses that we visited, about 89% of those businesses are registered with the ERS and have a tax identification number. And then in Nhlangano, we saw about 500 clients, Stegi about 250. But for us, Sfiso, this is more than just the numbers of how many clients we're seeing. It's about the support that we're giving on the ground. We're able to provide support on the spot. We're able to then even schedule meetings for any more complex issues that need a bit more intervention from our head office.
Speaking of complex issues, let me come back to you, Cebo. The idea of a knowledge-based economy, speaks on just people knowing about things. And I suppose with every campaign, you will come across a couple of gaps. What are some of those that you've experienced so far?
Yeah, thank you very much, Mngoni. We have come across a number of gaps, but I'd like maybe to highlight three.
Okay.
In the interest of time. So as we're going about and educating our clients, the number one gap that we are finding out there is the issue of registration. Registration actually happens to be one of the important or pillars of compliance, because even before we start nudging you, we start assisting you on how to comply, you need to appear or exist in our database.
Sure.
But because of the gap or lack of knowledge, we find that other clients are still in operation or are in operation, but they're not registered with the commissioner. Maybe it's because of their understanding in terms of their scale. They thought since they're operating at a very small scale, maybe they don't qualify to have 18. Yet, of course, what we are educating and what we're expecting is that for as long as you are making revenue in the country of Eswatini, we expect you to register and have 18. It will be in your filing that now we will then profile you and then assist you on how to calculate tax and at what scale. So another gap that we are meeting actually is the controversy around VAT. Who should register for VAT? The thresholds, how to charge VAT. Some you find them charging VAT, yet they're not registered with the ERS. But we're happy that they're opening their doors and we're able to take them through all this content, and we're assisting them and educating them on how to go about. I think also the big one as well is the issue of pay-as-you-earn, the challenges of completing their pay-as-you-earn schedules and VAT schedules. Recently, we introduced manner of filing your returns is through filing schedules, where you are giving us everything, all the details. So probably they have had those issues in terms of completing their schedules, but through Bafundzise, we are able to unpack even the step-by-step guides that we have provided in our website. During this campaign, we unpack how to even interpret that piece of legislation. What does it mean to you? How do we expect you to administer for us to say you are tax compliant? At least Bafundzise is offering us, as well as our clients, that opportunity, that golden opportunity to go about and unpack all the step-by-step guides and the logistics as well.
Look, the one thing that is easier to appreciate from an outside looking in perspective, and that's me just sitting here as an anchor or a journalist, is whenever there's campaigns, there's always that cross-pollination. So while you're saying you're teaching them a lot of things, you're also learning something from this. So Ndobeko, what is it that you're learning from your clients as you continue with this campaign?
With Bafundzise Sfiso, there's quite a great deal of insights that we have gained, particularly in terms of how businesses operate within the country. I'll make an example, for instance. We've learned the dynamics of how companies are importing goods into the countries or buying goods locally. So in the aspect of importing goods, we're able to provide assistance and guide clients to say, when you're importing goods, this is what you need to ensure is ready from your side. These are the requirements from a customs perspective, classifying your goods, all the documentation that comes with that. So we're able to provide that support. And then some of the challenges that we've also been able to see through the Bafundzise campaign that our businesses are facing. Firstly and most importantly, SMEs face financial constraints, and I think that's a reality for many small businesses that are still looking to grow. We've also noted an over-reliance on tax practitioners. And while we as the ERS encourage the use of reputable tax practitioners, we also guide our clients to say, don't heavily rely on them. Know your own organization's tax affairs, and don't be too far removed on those matters. We've seen a lot of disputes that come from that. So while we encourage it, be knowledgeable about your tax matters as a business owner. We've also seen a gap in digital literacy, and we as the ERS have also been committed to ensuring that as we are transforming and going through this transformation journey in digitizing and being data-driven, we're not leaving our clients behind. So making sure that while we digitize and introduce all of these products and solutions that make tax compliance more simple, more convenient, we still are physically present to assist that taxpayer that wants that human interaction as they engage with us. Another big misconception that we see is the misconception around TIN registration, where businesses or small businesses feel or think that because I'm a small business, I don't need to register for a tax identification number, whereas that's not the case. More so, we have even introduced the presumptive tax that Ngozi has alluded to, that seeks to cater for SMEs, and where we're saying if you're making an annual turnover of 500,000 and below, register for presumptive tax. That ensures that we are catering for every business owner in the country.
Yeah.
So through all of these interactions, through the campaign, we've been able to identify that our clients, they want targeted education, they want streamlined and convenient registration options, and obviously the digital support, and we are here to enable that.
Yeah. I really appreciate that as you learn about these gaps, you're also quite intentional about then rectifying those existing gaps. Now, you did mention, Ndobeko, that you've covered 4,850 clients across the towns that you've already visited. That's quite a lot, and I can imagine this number could probably double, or it could be more than this if people knew how to be ready before you even get there. So let's speak to that, Cebo.
Okay. We would like to encourage all businesses in the country, whether you are in town or in the Swazi Nation land. Actually, we are coming to your doorstep. Please just expect us.
Yeah.
And more than anything, I think Ndobeko has already alluded, the experience that you've been receiving so far, it's amazing, the reception. So would like to encourage everyone that we've not yet been to open their doors, welcome us. Bafundzise. We're here to educate, to enable and empower you. We want to handhold you, even as we want you to understand the dynamics of tax compliance.
Yeah.
So we just want to encourage them. If you're not sure about TIN, you're not sure about income tax, you are not too sure about VAT, then Bafundzise is meant for you. You are not sure how to calculate pay as you earn. If someone is earning so much, then how much should I tax them? Bafundzise is tailor-made for you. And please open your door. We come in peace.
Yeah. People in the TDL, SNL, as you say, I suppose they're quite remote, some of these people. Yeah. And surely you should have some structures that you have that expedite how you reach them. Ndobeko, how do you do that?
That's very true, Sfiso. We actually are working very closely with the Ministry of Dingundla to try and tap into these local governance structures as well as the community networks. Yeah. We've already met with the ministry as well as the regional administrators because, we want to, first of all, chart out the best way to be able to reach these businesses on Swazi Nation land. And for us, it's more than just deepening our reach, but it's also trying to make sure we reach our clients within these grassroots levels. So we will be sharing clear schedule dates as soon as we get that confirmed with our partners, but we are moving in that direction. As Ngozi has already highlighted, we are getting a lot of feedback to say, Nfika nini, lana and figanini ngalana, they do want the support, they do want the assistance. So we need to make sure that we meet them where they are.
Yeah, it's beautiful stuff. By definition, that is what Dinkundla system of governance is. Exactly. Go to the people, don't let the people struggle to come to you. But we love to see it. Finally, words, what message do you have for business owners who may be hesitant to engage with the Eswatini Revenue Service?
My final words will be, we understand that when it comes to the issues of tax, it can be intimidating. To even understand the framework of tax compliance, it may be intimidating, but Bafundzise is actually meant for you. Please open your doors. It's more of breaking the barriers to compliance. So if you don't open your door, then you will not be assisted. We humbly request that our clients, they open their doors and take advantage of this opportunity where ERS is coming at your door. We understand that sometimes we invite our clients to workshops, but they are busy. At times they're unable to even make it to those workshops. Bafundzise is taking the service of the ERS to their doorstep and would like everyone to be a part of it as we unpack the dynamics of tax compliance.
Fantastic. Ndobeko, a parting shot from you as well as contact details?
I think for us, most importantly, this is another way in which ERS is emulating that we are service-oriented and living back to our motto of providing 5-star service to our clients. The fact that we are coming to your business operations and trying to not disturb your operations but be there to support, it really speaks to the strategic direction of the organization and its intent. And then just parting shots from a comms perspective, we are available on all social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn and YouTube. These are also platforms we encourage our clients to access because we share educational material there. Should they need to reach us telephonically, we're available on 2406 4050. We do have an email address, info@ers.org.za.
Thank you so much to the both of you, ERS Director, Communications and Marketing, Ndobeko Dlamini, Cebolenkosi Mahlalela, ERS Manager, Taxpayer Education and Information. The Bafundzise door-to-door is coming to a door near you. I don't care if you're in Sitegi, and Hlangana, Zulwini, Mbabane, Matsapa, Manzini, Scinsini, in these remote areas, they're coming to you. So be open to them, and you will learn a lot, and you'll be helped. Let's go for a net break.